The existing number of trips per day was measured at 8,065. The projected number of trips for the entire development was estimated at just over 15,000, which results in a net increase of slightly over 7,000 trips per day.
How much can both either Burnett or Anderson handle extra before it goes into failure mode?
The level of service was at level D, and it was a low level D, so it would not take a great deal of additional traffic to throw it into level service E. But again, it depends on where the traffic was going, what sort of turning movements would be made, and that kind of thing. So I can't give you a number, but you know, it was at level D, and it was approaching the level E.
That's a lot of trucks, 18-wheelers, to serve these stores. What do we know about 18-wheelers going down these city streets by these neighborhoods? You know, where are they going to come from? How many of them are there going to be? What time of day will they be traveling?
Typically, they come off the major arterials, and you know, and they would most likely be coming from Mopac or I-35, and then you know, over to the side along Anderson or Burnett. There are no restrictions on the times of day that trucks could use the site at this time.
What do we know about when super Walmarts load up with their 18-wheelers? What time of day do they typically do it?
I don't have any statistical information on that. I think typically they prefer to load at the less busy hours, you know, most likely at night, but there probably are deliveries that occur throughout the day.
Yeah. Look, y'all went and looked at 3 Walmarts here in Austin, and then the Cabela's and IKEA. And so we know that what you said, that Lincoln said that the super Walmart would produce 10,600 car trips. You found that IKEA is producing 5,000 car trips a day, so the Walmart, under their own numbers, would produce twice as many as what y'all count in IKEA. The Cabela's produced 7,003 car trips, but now we get into the Walmarts, and the super Walmart at Lakeline and RM620 brought in 22,754 car trips a day, more than double the 10,600 that Lincoln said Walmart would bring it on Anderson Lane. The Walmart at Ben White and I-35 brought in 15,109 car trips. And then the super Walmart at Slaughter Lane and I-35 brought in 28,277 car trips. In fact, one of the things if the Walmart and Lincoln folks are watching tonight, I would call them to tell the truth when they submit their next traffic impact analyses. Because we're not supposed to be in the business of mind reading on what their numbers are, but I guarantee you Walmart knows every lug nut of every wheel of every car that comes in their parking lots. So they know how many cars are really coming in, and so they're in the best position to tell the truth, and they need to do that.
My belief that the traffic impact assessment provided by Lincoln Property Company to city planners is inaccurate, as it predicts the potential impacts of this project. Just so you know, professionally, I've worked as a transportation planner for the past 12 years. I'm also a resident of the Allendale neighborhood. If you look at how many cars they've actually forecasted for this proposed redevelopment, that's very much unlike what we've seen in the traffic counts that Councilmember McCracken mentioned earlier, where we're seeing 15 to 22,000, even 28,000. And granted, this is the high season, and granted, there are some mixing of traffic as we discussed earlier, but still, there's no reason to believe that the numbers presented by Lincoln Property are accurate in their forecast. In addition to the vehicular traffic, we also have concerns about the truck traffic. If this redevelopment is producing between 150 and 300 truck trips a day, on an annualized basis, that's between 57,000 and 114,000 trucks per year on local roadways. And of course, that could have a very serious impact on pavements and require additional maintenance and perhaps reconstruction of some segments. So in closing, it's been difficult for me as a transportation planner to understand why the City of Austin's Watershed Protection and Development Review Department, after reviewing and re-reviewing the traffic impact study, still does not find any problems that warrant concern or any roadway improvements that need to be made. Certainly, it's not reasonable to believe that adding thousands of cars per day to local streets, millions over the course of a year, and hundreds of thousands of new truck trips potentially, to congested local arterials and neighborhood streets could have no significant impact to future traffic flows, safety, or neighborhoods. Thank you for your time.